Chapter 5. Daddy's Girl. Besides Monique, another person who was protective of me was Theodore. Theodore was the only father that I ever knew. I didn't really understand why he always wasn't there as much, but what I did know, his presence would leave a major stain in my life forever. He was the one who gave me my well-known nickname, Kiki. Only my closest family members call me that. To everyone else, I'm Jade, or Bree, or even Bree Free. Everyone would tell you, even Elizabeth, that I was his favorite. I was a daddy's girl, and when he was around, I felt comforted and loved. As I said in the previous chapters, he was a chef and owned a restaurant and place uptown New York. So when he came around, he always made sure to bring us treats. I always associated chocolate chip granola bars to him because that was the main treat he brought home. He always showered us with kisses and hugs we seemed to miss out on when he wasn't around. As a kid, I literally was one of those kids who would get down to any beat. In my household, it was either reggae music playing, Haitian music, classical music, or gospel. Let me not forget Christmas music. Being as though the only 3 holidays we celebrated were Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving. As I stated before, Elizabeth was big on church. We were so involved, we literally took trips with the church as well. I remember us going to Canada to visit the huge Catholic churches. And speaking of huge, I remember those big behind mosquitoes and mosquito eaters. The reason why I remember them so vividly is because when we would stay in the hotels or ranches there, they would be chilling on the ceilings. As my animated young brain at the time would say, I was scared they were going to eat me. I literally would wrap myself so tight in the covers, only leaving a very tiny space for me to breathe. Canada is a beautiful country. Besides the beautiful historic churches, the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. As a kid, I grew up Catholic, then we converted to Christianity, and now I'm spiritual. Present day, I'm also a server at a well-known restaurant called Landry's, owned by Mr. Tillman. I guess I followed in my dad's shoes in the restaurant industry. Who knows? I would have probably even worked for him. Remember when I said in previous chapter that I wouldn't feel that separation anxiety feeling after Monique for another 2 to 3 years? Well, Theodore, my dad, is the reason why. But we'll get to that discussion in chapter 6.